Hi students, let us discuss the topics what we have discussed up to last class, that is AC through R, L and C. Coming to resistance, when AC flowing through only to resistance, the voltage and current will be in phase. That means phase angle between voltage and current, that is phi, will be equal to 0. First suppose, let us consider the voltage equation as V equal to Vm sin omega t. It is also known as instantaneous value, and I will be equal to, because phase angle is 0, Im sin omega t. Actually V of t, I of t, instantaneous value is represented by, so I am writing V of t and I of t, both are in the same equation. In resistance, let us consider the vector diagram V as the reference, and current will be equal to in phase because phase angle is 0. Coming to inductor, when AC flowing through inductor, current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degrees or else pi by 2. In this one, voltage equation V of t will be equal to reference, because we are taking as reference Vm sin omega t, where Vm is the maximum value, and I of t will be equal to Vm sin omega t minus pi by 2, where this minus pi by 2 indicates the phase angle between voltage and current, which lags means minus pi by 2. So phasor diagram, V as a reference, because lags we should come in clockwise direction, that is 90 degrees. So for inductor, current lags voltage. Next, coming to capacitor. In capacitor, when AC flowing through capacitor, current leads voltage by an angle of pi by 2. Capacitor means lags, inductor means lags, capacitor means leads. So here also instantaneous value of voltage V of t can be written as Vm sin omega t, and I of t value will be equal to Im sin omega t plus pi by 2. Here plus pi by 2 indicates leading. Plus pi by 2. Come to the phasor diagram. Voltage will be reference. Leading means we should move into counterclockwise direction. So the angle is pi by 2. All these details we have discussed in last class. Now coming to the other topic, that is representation of complex numbers. While representing complex number, there are many forms. For example, rectangular form, polar form, trigonometrical form, and many other forms. But the more important forms are rectangular form and polar form. Coming to rectangular form, let us consider a complex number on two axes, x-axis and y-axis. Consider this is the complex point or complex number, whose quadrants on x and y be a and b. That means x quadrant of that point is a and y quadrant of that point is b. So since we are considering x quadrant as a, it is a, and since it is y quadrant, it is b. Now representation in rectangular form is a plus jb. That's that same point or same number when we are representing polar form. That is a point. It will be r at an angle of theta format, where r is the distance of that point from the origin and theta is its angle with reference to real axis or x-axis. So rectangle means a plus jb format, where a is a x quadrant and b is the imaginary quadrant or y quadrant. In polar form, r means the distance between origin and that point, and theta is the angle of that line with reference to real axis. These are the most major forms, rectangular and polar form, because the addition and subtraction will be done in rectangular form, whereas division and multiplication will be done in polar form. And there will be some situations where we have to convert polar to rectangular and rectangular to polar also. So these are the main forms when representation of these complex numbers. And when coming to the conversions from one form to another form, the formulas will be equal to, suppose we have given a rectangular form, that is A plus JB format, and we should convert it into polar form, that is R at an angle of theta format, where R value will be equal to root of A square plus B square and theta value equal to tan inverse of B by A. That means A plus JB format given and R theta should be found out by using these formulas. Similar reverse polar to rectangular form, A value will be equal to R cos theta and B value equal to R sin theta. Now let us consider, when we are adding the two numbers, we should convert into rectangular form. That is, let us consider two rectangular numbers, that is A1 plus JB1 plus or minus, that is addition or subtraction, plus or minus A2 plus JB2. When we are adding or subtracting, the resultant value will be equal to A1 plus or minus A2 plus J into B1 plus or minus B2. If we are adding plus and if we are subtracting minus. Similarly, coming to multiplication, the two numbers should be converted into polar, that is R1 at an angle of theta 1 into R2 at an angle of theta 2. The formulas will be equal to R1 R2 at an angle of theta 1 plus theta 2. And similarly, coming to the division also, we should convert them into polar. R1 at an angle of theta 2, R1 at an angle of theta 1 plus by R2 at an angle of theta 2 will be equal to R1 by R2 at an angle of theta 1 minus theta 2. Let us do some problems based on these formulas. Consider a rectangular form, that is 5 plus 4j should be converted into polar, that is R at an angle of theta, where R is root of A square plus B square, which is 5 square plus 4 square, which is root of, that is 6.40, and theta value is tan inverse of B by A, that is 38.66. So 5 plus 4j will be converted into R of theta is 6.4 at an angle of 38.659. Similarly, reverse. Consider R of theta, that is 2 at an angle of 8, and should be converted into rectangular A plus JB, where A value is R cos theta is 2 cos of 8 degrees and B is 2 sin of 8 degrees. If we calculate, A value will equal 1.98 and B value equal to 0.278. So in this way we have to use. Coming to addition and subtraction, we have to convert into rectangular, and multiplication and division we should be converted into polar by using these types of formulas. Next topic, significance of J. In rectangular we have the term J. What do you mean by J? J indicates that axis related to imaginary. Here A is real axis and B is imaginary axis. So we have added a J before that vector. Let us consider a vector V, it is reference, and if we add J across the reference vector, it will be moved in anti-clockwise direction, that is counterclockwise direction. And similarly, J square means again 90 degrees, J cube means again 90 degrees, and J power 4 means again 90 degrees. If we added J to any vector, it is shifted its angle in counterclockwise direction by an angle of pi by 2. So J square value is minus 1 because V is in right side direction and J square V is in left side direction. So its axis is reverse. So J square is minus 1, J value is root of minus 1. Similarly, J cube means minus JB and J power 4 means nothing but 1. Next topic, AC through series RL circuit. Let us consider the resistance and inductance are in series for a given AC supply. So V equal to Vm sin omega t, V of t, that is instantaneous value, where Vm is the maximum value, R is the element and L is the element, and current I is flowing in the circuit. In any series circuit, current will be constant but voltage will be divided. So voltage across resistance is VR and inductance is VL. Since series circuit I is constant and V is divided as VR plus VL, it is a vector sums, where VR is the voltage across resistance and VL is the voltage across inductor. Here VR can be written as I into R from Ohm's law, and VL can be written as I into XL, where XL is the reactance. So already we have discussed inductance. So in VR equal to I into R, where VR and I are in phase and VL and I are 90 degrees lagging current in inductor. From phasor diagram, since current I is a reference, I can be written where VR will be in phase with the current and VL is leads. In inductor current lags, at the same time voltage leads, so VL is leading, that is counterclockwise direction. And phasor vector sum of VL and VR will be equal to total supply voltage, that is V of T, and phase angle is phi. If in this circuit R dominates, phi value will be called 0, and L dominates, phi value will be equal to pi by 2. But in general case it exists between 0 to pi by 2. Now in this one we extract the voltage triangle. That means the triangle consists of only voltages, 3 voltages, that is VR, VL and total V. So VR value, VL value, this is the VL value, and total supply voltage, that is V. That is known as voltage triangle because we are extracting only voltage sides, and phase angle is phi. Now, from this voltage triangle, VR can be written as V cos phi and VL can be written as V sin phi. Let us keep this aside, we will be using in later words. Now impedance triangle. From voltage triangle we will draw an impedance triangle. Since in voltage triangle all sides contain only voltages, similarly in impedance triangle all sides contain impedance. Impedance means voltage by current, because impedance Z is equal to V by I or R equal to V by I. Now let us just consider same triangle and divide each side with current. So VR by I, VL by I and V by I. VR by I means nothing but R, and V by I means nothing but Z, and VL by I means XL, and phase angle phi. So same triangle and dividing each side with I. From this triangle cos phi will be equal to R by Z, and R equal to Z cos phi, and similarly sin phi equal to XL by Z, and XL value equal to Z sin phi. And let us go to back, that is when we are having complex to rectangular polar to rectangular polar form. Suppose A equal to R cos phi and B equal to R sin phi, we have some formulas. The general formula is A plus JB. Similarly we are having R equal to Z cos phi and XL equal to Z sin phi, then impedance Z value equal to R plus JXL. R plus JXL. Sorry. This is the impedance value when we are considering with RL circuit, and its units will be in ohms. So impedance Z is equal to R plus JXL. We should remember this. When current consists of both resistance and inductance, impedance Z value equal to R plus JXL. Only resistance means R and only inductance means XL. And if we contain both R plus JXL, it will be considered in ohms. Now moving to the next one. Consider the voltage triangle. Same voltage triangle will be converted into power triangle, which means each side is multiplied with current I. So V into I, VR into I and VL into I. So each side of a voltage triangle is multiplied with I. So first one, VR into I, nothing but VR can be written as VI cos phi, which is nothing but it is also known as true power or as active power. Its units is watts or kilowatts. Similarly, VL can be written as V sin phi. So VI sin phi, which is known as reactive power. Its units will be volt ampere reactive VAR or kilovolt ampere reactive kVAR. And similarly, VI is known as apparent power, and its units is volt ampere VA or kilovolt ampere kVA. So for any circuit there will be three types of powers: active power, reactive power and apparent power. These are the formulas and these are the units. And it can also be, active power can also be expressed as voltage into real component of current, and reactive power can also be expressed as voltage into reactive power component of current. And similarly, apparent power can be expressed as voltage into current. And there is one other formula, that is power factor. It is nothing but ratio of active power to the apparent power. And we have already know active power means VI cos phi and apparent power means VI. So VI cancel, that is cos phi. So power factor means cos phi, where phi is the angle between voltage and current in that circuit. So power factor is cos phi, where phi is the angle between voltage and current in that circuit. So these are the three types of powers. Next, coming to the other topic, that is AC through series RC circuit. In the last we have discussed RL circuit. In the similar way, we will be discussing RC circuit. So circuit consisting of resistance and capacitor in series along with the AC supply. AC supply V of t equal to Vm sin omega t and R and C. Let current I is flowing in the circuit. So a total voltage V equal to voltage drop across R and C, that is VR and VC. Let us consider these are the drops across R and C. So VR plus VC, just like RL circuit. So now let us draw the phasor diagram. In this also the current I is constant, so we are taking I as a reference, and voltage VR will be in phase with I, and voltage VC will be lagging with respect to current, and vector sum of VC and VR will be equal to total V at an angle of phi. In this also we will extract the voltage triangle, that means consists of VR, VC and total V, phase angle phi. V, VR and VC. So VR will be equal to V cos phi and VC will be equal to V sin phi. So just like same RL circuit only. But when we see that the triangle is lower triangle because imaginary axis reverse. Now we will draw the impedance triangle. Impedance means voltage triangle each side divided with current. Same voltage triangle, but the sides will be divided by current. V by I equal to Z and VC by I, which is nothing but XC. Here XC indicates reactance of capacitance, and VR by I nothing but R. And from here R value will be equal to Z cos phi and XC value will be equal to Z sin phi. And if we compare these two, Z value equal to R minus JXC. Here minus means the XC value, that is imaginary value, is reversed. In the previous it will be in upward direction, and this XC case it is downward direction, that is axis is reverse direction. So the plus J will be converted into minus J. So when we are dealing with RC circuit, the impedance Z value equal to R minus JXC. The units will be ohms only. And in this also same power triangle will be coming. So the powers will be common and power formulas will also be common. But shape is downward triangle, remaining analysis is common. Just